So, if many of you have watched the last federal election and the campaign that I ran on, it was about individual freedom, personal responsibility, fairness, and respect. This next question, I am told, has a lot of controversy involved in it. I have to admit, don't know much about it. I've lived in the area for over 23 years. I've watched Olds grow, and to me, it's very impressive. But again, I don't have a whole lot of information on this, so I'm just going to ask the question. They can either choose to answer or they can decline. There has been a lot of controversy around ONET and Olds Institute. How would you proceed with these so that taxpayers are not burdened with the $18 million liability? Sorry? How would you proceed with these so that taxpayers are not burdened with an $18 million liability?
I am just a member of Town of Olds. I have not sat on council, and I just don't think there was enough transparency with anything, so I really don't have an answer to that unless I get in and I can do some digging. That's my honest answer.
Well, thank you. Yes, this is a very contentious issue, and again, all the closed-door meetings were, as we talked about, were due to FOIP and the MGA, and the fact that the ONET is a for-profit business. We have to protect those interests of any for-profit business. So that's why the meetings were held within closed sessions. We did come up and do rise in reports and press releases about every step of the way, why we made the decisions. All those press releases are on our website if you'd like to review them. A lot of them are very dry. This decision was not easily arrived at, and it is a huge, complicated issue, and it is $18 million. And just to put that in a little bit of perspective, our budget is $31 million per year. So, and our debt is $36 million, so half of it is that investment in the Olds Institute. So we have to take it very, very seriously.
Well, I had the pleasure, and I have the pleasure, of being on the Olds Institute board when all the excitement started back in about 19 months ago. I think it's going to be, this to me is a huge critical issue for the council going forward. As OI and ONET and Mountain View Power move under the municipal controlled corporation, it's going to be extremely critical how that corporation is managed. It's a great asset for the town. I'm not sure who has ONET here, but customer service is fantastic. It's a great asset. It's going to need to be nurtured. We're going to have to take care of it, because you're right. At the end of the day, we don't want to be stranding millions of dollars or whatever on the taxpayer. The taxpayers have got enough burden and enough cost to deal with without having to deal with a shortfall should one arise with ONET.
Thanks, Kelly. This has been a contentious issue, folks, and it is not one that council has taken lightly. And we started discussions, actually the very first meeting I went to in 2017 was when the discussions started happening. And there were many questions we were getting from citizens, and as I was door knocking in 2017, probably one of the first questions I ever got from people is, what are we going to do? What is going to happen with the debt load? And as time has evolved, it's not been an easy decision. And there's been a lot of verbiage and a lot of information that's come out that hasn't been correct. But again, there's information on our website, and none of us are afraid to answer any questions if you so desire to email us or phone us or come and visit and talk. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a great answer, and I could say ditto, but I'm going to answer a little bit more and say, look, it's not just $18 million debt that the town was concerned about. We were also giving $250,000 a year to OI, and we asked for accountability of where that money was being spent, and we were not getting the answers. And we have to be accountable for the taxpayer dollars that we're spending, and this is the route that we've taken. We've gone towards a municipal control corporation to try to move this whole thing forward. It's a very convoluted situation, and it's been taken very seriously by this council, very seriously. Thank you.
I can just say ditto, 'cause, I mean, thanks, Kelly. Yes, I have been on council for 8 years, and we have been talking about this $18 million debt for that long, and it was $18 million prior to that as well. So it's come down to the point where we needed to start hearing and having Olds Institute be accountable to that $18 million, and we were having trouble getting information. So this is why we've gone this route that we have. It was not taken lightly, it was not taken easily, and as my colleagues have said, you know what, it ends up being more than $18 million. It talks about the $250,000 that was given each year, probably amounted to about $3 million over the course of Olds Institute, and we needed to start seeing accountability from that organization, and we didn't feel that we were getting it, so we're at the stage where we are right now. Thank you.
So one of the things I said when I first introduced myself was the things that drew my family to Olds, and I said that I saw that Olds Institute commercial online talking about Olds and all the good things that the Olds Institute had done that drew us here. So it's a powerful bringer of people to Olds when people see what they do or what they've done in the past. Starting with the council that you folks are going to be electing into office this time around, we're facing a whole new reality with Olds Institute, the things that they've done in the past. Municipally controlled corporation is a brand spanking new thing in Alberta. I don't know if there's one out there yet. There's a couple. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a learning curve on that. But it's brand new, and I'd hate to see the effort that Olds Institute volunteers have done in the past stop because of this. It's too powerful of a group of volunteers that are doing great things for our community, and I have to try to work to make sure that continues. Thanks.
$18 million investment in Olds. Depends on your perspective and how you look at things. It's a debt that you need to take care of. It's an investment that has circled very well. It was never in danger of being reneged on. I can't disagree with a lot of what's been said here because I had a front row seat through all this. I was on the board of OFL. One of the founders of Olds Institute. I worked with Olds Institute throughout this process as a governance advisor. They couldn't get in front of council to give their reports. They'd make appointments and all those meetings would be canceled. I'm here because it has been an issue for a couple of years getting in front of council and Olds Institute. About fiber limited. Sit on the same boat as the mayor did throughout the 4 years. He reports numbers and